Today on People Now, Stormy Daniels arrested for allegedly touching a strip club patron.
New explosive claims from Michael Jackson's doctor about the pop star's relationship with his father, Joe Jackson.
Plus, we're revealing Joanna Gaines' secret to getting her newborn son to sleep.
And is it really possible for Kylie Jenner to remove her lip fillers?
Ooh, we'll find out. We've got a plastic surgeon actually breaking it all down for us.
And Pimple Popaholics, listen up.
Yes.
Dr. Pimple Popper is sharing her #1 tip for people who want to pop their own pimples.
It is all today on People Now. I mean, it's hard to really express the excitement I have for Dr. Pimple
That's like
Popper.
your favorite day ever.
Ever. The whole show. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to People Now. Lots to get to. Not only is it almost the weekend, but it's also a pretty sweet holidays, guys. It's National Pecan Pie Day. Pecan?
Is it pecan or pecan?
Or pecan.
Pecan. I don't know. Either way, we want to know, what's your favorite type of pie? Are you a fan of the traditional pecan pie, blueberry, maybe your grandma's special pumpkin pie?
Maybe cherry pie, strawberry pie. Lots of pies.
Yeah.
You can tweet us your favorite type of pie using the hashtag #PeopleNow. But now, here's what you need to know and what's trending today before we get to that yummy goodness. Serious story here. Stormy Daniels, the porn star suing President Donald Trump over a hush agreement regarding an alleged affair made days before the 2016 election, was arrested on Wednesday while performing at a strip club in Columbus, Ohio. Her attorney, Michael Avenatti, is slamming the arrest as, quote, politically motivated. According to records from the Franklin County Municipal Court, Daniels was charged with 3 misdemeanor counts of illegally touching a patron. Now, Ohio law dictates an employee who regularly appears nude or semi-nude at a sexually oriented business is not allowed to touch anyone. Avenatti disputed all charges early Thursday, writing on Twitter, "Just received word that my client, Stormy Daniels, was arrested in Columbus, Ohio, while performing the same act she's performed across the nation at nearly 100 strip clubs. This was a setup and politically motivated. It reeks of desperation." He continued, "She was arrested for allegedly allowing a customer to touch her while on stage in a non-sexual manner. Are you kidding me? They are devoting law enforcement resources to sting operations for this? There has to be higher priorities. Hashtag setup." Avenatti appeared on MSNBC Thursday morning where he further addressed this arrest. Watch this.
Police had set up a sting operation within the strip club with multiple officers. And during her performance, they asked her if they could place their face in between her breasts while she was performing on stage. I think this is ridiculous. I think it's an absurd use of law enforcement resources.
Avenatti adds Daniels was released on bail for $6,000 and will plead not guilty. You can stay on people.com for any updates on this story. Following the death of Joe Jackson, Michael Jackson's controversial doctor, Conrad Murray, has made explosive claims about the father-son relationship, this according to a new report. Now, Murray, who was convicted of involuntary manslaughter and served 2 years in prison for administering an overdose of propofol to the late King of Pop in June 2009, called 89-year-old Joe, quote, one of the worst fathers to his children in history, in a video obtained by The Blast. That's where all of this is coming from. Now, Murray also allegedly trailed off saying, quote, the cruelty expressed by Michael that he experienced at the hand of his father, the fact that he was chemically castrated to maintain his high-pitched voice, is beyond words. That's his quote. Finishing his statement off with this, he says, I hope Joe Jackson finds redemption in hell. This is not the first time Murray has made allegations about Michael being chemically castrated. The former cardiologist previously shared similar claims in his 2016 book called This Is It, The Secret Lives of Dr. Conrad Murray and Michael Jackson, accusing Joe of forcing Michael to get hormone injections at age 12 to cure his acne and prevent his voice from changing. All right, guys, it is TV's biggest night. The 2018 Emmy nominations, they were just announced. Here are some of the top nominees and some surprises here, by the way. Game of Thrones and The Handmaid's Tale will be going head-to-head for Outstanding Drama Series. Now, you'll remember Game of Thrones was not included in last year's award show because of the timing of its previous season as far as when it aired. So it should be interesting to see if The Handmaid's Tale can actually pull through this year, win that Emmy for the second time, if it's going up against Game of Thrones. We'll find out. Now, meanwhile, breakout star Rachel Brosnahan was nominated for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series for her role in The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. A huge role for the young star. She's captivated audiences with her role in that show. Big congratulations to her. Jessica Biel, nominated for Lead Actress in a Limited Series or Movie for her role in The Sinner. This is her first Emmy nomination. She'll be going up against some tough competition as well, like Laura Dern, Edie Falco. Congratulations to Jessica on that. And guys, Donald Glover, who's had this incredible year, this breakout moment fresh off his viral This Is America music video and, of course, that groundbreaking role in Solo, a Star Wars story. He's nominated for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy Series for his role in Atlanta. Mr. Glover, of course, doing big things, and John Legend making some pop culture history. Here's the deal. Legend has won an Oscar, a Tony, and several Grammys. Now he's nominated for an Emmy for his role in Jesus Christ Superstar. So if he wins, Legend will join a handful of people who have won Emmys, Grammys, Oscars, and Tonys, the EGOT crowd. This includes Audrey Hepburn, Whoopi Goldberg, Mel Brooks. So congratulations to John on that nomination. We can't forget about one of our favorites, This Is Us. Of course, this show gets all kinds of attention at award season. The NBC series nominated for Outstanding Drama. A few of its leading stars were also recognized. Both Sterling K. Brown and Milo Ventimiglia were nominated for lead actor in a drama series. So we'll see who comes out on top for that. And guys, mark your calendars. The 70th Emmys air Monday, September 17th on NBC. They're going to be hosted by SNL's Colin Jost and Michael Che. We can't wait for that. It's going to be fun. So who do you like?
Well, I'm excited for Jessica Biel. I don't think a lot of people have seen The Sinner. I watched it and I was crying. It was creepy. It was great. It was intense. I think you should check it out if you haven't seen it.
This whole,
she's amazing in it.
Yeah, that whole show's like this mixed bag of emotions and everything. And you're right. People have either not heard of it or saw it, absolutely loved it.
But now that she got the nomination, hopefully people will actually tune in and see it.
And she was here not long ago, and she was talking about working on the next season and kind of being excited for all that. So congratulations to her. Also, wow, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Rachel Brosnahan.
Yes. I love her in that show. It kind of had a slow build and suddenly became this huge thing that people were talking about.
And she is hilarious and so talented.
It's really well written, so a lot of credit to the writers there, but it took the right actresses like her and Andrea, by the way, Andrea Boehlke. I think in episode
I worked with
3.
her. Yeah.
Are you guys besties now?
She's actually a big Survivor fan.
No,
she's super nice and so talented. I got to see her work, which was really cool.
Let's just be real. She was just as much starstruck by you.
It's true. She's a big Survivor fan. But no, she's the real talent, obviously. All right.
They give me numb. It's not unlikely that. Anyway, whatever. Okay, we'll talk more about that. We're very jazzed here for the Emmy nominations, but more for us in Star Trek.
Yes, we are starting off some Star Treks with some parenting tips from our favorite fixer-uppers. Joanna Gaines has a few tricks up her sleeve for getting newborn son Crew to sleep. The mom of 5 shared a few new glimpses of her son and her secret to settling down the little one on her Instagram story on Wednesday. And it's easier than you may think. Joanna captioned this video, "Walking with my boy in the garden," as she holds the sleeping baby, who was born on June 21st. In another photo she shared later, it seems like the walk worked. He remained fast asleep, and in typical Gaines fashion, his hunter green pacifier matched his swaddle. Crew joins older siblings. Hey, it's what they do. They like to match. He joins older siblings Emmy, Duke, Ella, and Drake. And it seems like they're all loving having a baby brother. Joanna shared this sweet picture of big sisters Ella and Emmy holding their new sibling, writing "Stargazing." In May, the Gaines opened up to people about how the new baby was changing the dynamic in the expanding household. She says, "I think it's sweet because they're older now and I can see them wanting to be part of this. We're all rallying around this baby, which I feel is a sweet gift to our family." We, of course, love this family so much. They're all adorable. All right, moving on to another family. Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson are loving the family life. On Wednesday, the reality star shared an adorable video on Snapchat of Thompson dancing with her 12-week-old daughter, True. The Cleveland Cavaliers player could be heard telling his youngest child to, quote, "Do a little dance, baby." And look at that hip movement. He has some moves. Look at that. Whoa. True also got to spend some quality time with her famous female family members on Wednesday, including cousins Penelope Disick and Dream Kardashian. Khloe shared several Snapchat videos from their baby class in which the girls danced to The Wheels on the Bus and Mambo No. 5, both great songs. They did this with their 2-year-old cousin Saint West. Also joining in on the baby class extravaganza was Kourtney Kardashian and her 3-year-old son, Rain Disick. Looks like a great time. And those are your Star Treks for today.
Stay with us, guys. Dr. Pimple Popper is sharing her #1 tip for how to get rid of those pesky pimples and revealing the most over-the-top cases that she has ever seen. Plus, is it actually possible for Kylie Jenner to get rid of her lip filler? We have a plastic surgeon breaking it all down. Don't miss it.
Yep, talking pimples and lip fillers. Woo-hoo. Let's check
rid of both.
Let's check in on our question of the day. We've been asking what your favorite types of pies are in celebration of National Pecan Pie Day.
Shay says, "I love warm apple pie with a side of vanilla ice cream."
Yum. Karina says, "A nice hot peach cobbler and French vanilla ice cream on top. Make you want to slap your mama."
Make you want to slap your mama. That's how she said it. The hashtag National Pecan Pie Day, it's trending.
Wow.
It seems like not everyone is a fan. Here's what Darlene says. Get ready. What is this nonsense? How can it be National Pecan Pie Day when the pecans are fresh and ready for pies in the autumn? Don't these folks live where the sweet brown nuts grow?
Wait, she has a really good point, if her facts are right.
Darlene,
she knows a lot about pecans, so I think she might be onto something here.
we should do some more investigating. I've done some investigating for something else. The pronunciation of pecan or pecan.
What is
There's
it?
a regional map. So
Okay.
the nation mainly says pecan. Or, I'm sorry, the nation mainly says pecan, but there is pecan. In
No
like
one
the
says
parts of
pecan.
Texas, and then pecan in parts of the
Pecan.
northeast and the eastern seaboard, and then where do we have
Riveting.
pecan up near Chicago? Anyway, it's a regional thing. I say pecan.
I think I say different every time I say it. Pecan.
More riveting things coming up, guys, with these comments about pies. Check in again soon, but first, take a look at this.
You know, I've seen the biggest cyst, the biggest lipoma, the most fascinating cases, mystery cases. And so it's just, I think it's really going to satisfy those hardcore popaholics, but I think it's also going to attract the people who may have been grossed out or disgusted by this, because they can look away during those parts, but
Sure.
they're going to realize that this is something that they are like, because they're really it's making people feel good or feel better about themselves.
I don't know if you could tell there because I look very serious, but I'm very excited. Dr. Pimple Popper, the internet sensation, has a brand new show on TLC.
I cannot watch this. If you're not familiar, she's a dermatologist who posts videos of her popping and removing cysts, massive blackheads, you name it. The video, it makes you cringe.
Meanwhile, I literally can't get enough of it. I'm obsessed with it. I have been for a very long time. Our executive producer, Jenny, is screaming because she loves it so much. Her and her husband watched last night. Oddly therapeutic. The doctor assured me, though, there's nothing wrong with loving these videos. I thought maybe it was a problem. She says, no, I'm a genius. Anyway, but I did talk to her about how the whole craze began. Watch this.
And I posted a blackhead extraction video, and it got a noticeable increase in likes. And I thought, that's really weird. Let me try that again. And I did it again, and the same thing happened. And then just through that, I discovered that there was this sort of subculture or this popping community on the internet that you might have already been familiar with. I don't know. That, you know, these people that shared popping videos, and I thought, this is a thing. And, you know, I could provide content for them. I could be their queen.
The queen is right.
popping queen.
She, by the way, not grossed out at all about any of
Yeah.
it. I asked her about that. Dr. Lee told us that she obviously wants to respect her patients. Here's her page on Instagram. She also is happy to see these people, you know, get so much help, because a lot of people really have some things that are changing. Their lives are changed when it's gone.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of people that actually are low-key obsessed with it, but just try not to admit it. Like, look, I don't like the big cyst, but I used to kind of be obsessed with popping my ex's pimples. It's okay, fine, we can all relate.
Trashing me for watching some videos. Meanwhile, you're over here like on his back.
Those are small, they're not like cysts where all this stuff comes out of it. So we've all, I think a lot of us have had a blackhead or zit. We've popped or wanted to pop. Dr. Pimple Popper gave her expert advice on how us average poppers should handle it.
The tip is to know when to pop and know when to stop. You know, you shouldn't really be popping things. I'm a dermatologist. I'm going to tell you not to pop things, but a lot of us can't keep our hands off of it. But make sure if something's not popping, you got to stop.
Words to live by. Know when to pop, know when to stop. All right, let's move on quickly. Wilmer Valderrama is one busy guy. He just signed on for 2 more seasons of NCIS. We had to ask him, do the special agent skills actually translate to real life? And here's what he told us.
Okay, so here's the span. So I go 2 years of NCIS, and I go to do one of the escape rooms.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I go, I got this.
Guys, I'm here.
I got this. It's a crime, you know what I mean? There's clues in here, you know? And I was the worst one.
Really?
I was the worst
Like,
one.
this art does not imitate
the
life in
something,
this
you know, he died in the chair of this theater, okay? And the bullet went through here. Maybe it was shot from this way. Or that. It was so...
Did you guys
it was very frustrating.
Did you at least escape the room with your
Sorry?
group? Did you at least escape with the group?
Yeah. We definitely... by the way,
No, I've done those and didn't escape.
I wanted to
It's
get a
really
laugh of the
embarrassing.
terror, but I wasn't that bad, okay?
Hey, escape the rooms, not always the easiest. And will we ever see more of the gang from that 70s show? There is a chance. Watch this.
But I feel like because it's so accessible and so relevant, and we were so forward-thinking with our comedy back then, that still, like, it kind of really holds up today. I feel like it'd be still a little premature to do a reunion show. But, you know, when talking about the you know, that 70s movie, I thought, you know, okay, well, there's nothing in the works, there's no conversations of it, but there's been this thought that if we ever did something, that 70s movie would probably the most efficient.
So it takes a little time, and then maybe the movie can.
Yeah.
All right.
Can you give us just like a little teaser of like what you think, like what decade? Would it still be in the 70s? Or
I think it's maybe a 10-year high school reunion, maybe.
Oh, that makes sense.
You know, and then like, we find out that Fez is, you know, Paul Mitchell. He has like has a chain of hair salon academies and has his own shampoo.
All right. I hope the 70s show reunion.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was such a popular show. I feel like it would be a huge hit to see them all back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it happen. All right. Kylie Jenner facing backlash over her Forbes cover. One person is standing by her side, her boyfriend, Travis Scott.
Yeah, the rapper tweeted his support for Jenner, writing, "Couldn't be more proud," with a series of heart emojis, and shared the Forbes cover.
All right, the backlash was kicked off by Dictionary.com, who tweeted, "Self-made means having success in life unaided." Used in a sentence, Forbes says that Kylie Jenner is a self-made woman.
I'm surprised they did that. That's a lot of shade. Others quickly followed, though, pointing out that Kylie's success is not an example of the American dream, but merely symbolic of the culture of celebrity.
So one Twitter user remarked that Kylie Jenner on the cover of Forbes is nonsense, not just because she was literally handed her influence.
Another Twitter user compared Kylie being self-made to claiming you made soup from scratch because you opened a can and reheated it.
Wow. Oof,
I know.
Forbes reports that Kylie Cosmetics has sold more than $630 million worth of makeup since its initial launch, and the brand is worth nearly $800 million. The sole owner, Miss Jenner.
She also rakes in product endorsements, earns a paycheck from every episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and has her Kendall plus Kylie clothing line.
So she credits her more than 100 million social media followers as the key to her success. Here's the quote: "Social media is an amazing platform." That's what she told Forbes, and she said, "I have such easy access to my fans and my customers."
Yeah, like
Obviously,
people
it's
could
working.
shade her, but she's raking in the money.
Yeah, she
so
is.
I don't think she's worried about it. But Kylie Jenner's not just making waves this week for her almost $1 billion fortune, also for removing her lip filler.
Yeah, it happened, people. The lip kit mogul has said bye-bye to that infamous pout, and now she's going all natural.
Yeah, but we were a little skeptical on whether it's really possible to fully remove lip filler, so we asked plastic surgeon Dr. Karp from NYU's Langone Health if it can really be done. Here's what he said.
It is possible that Kylie Jenner had her lip filler removed. That's actually possible, but more than likely she had temporary filler and it just kind of dissipated with time, as they normally would with temporary filler.
Yeah, so let's say you have lip filler, but you don't let it leave naturally. How do you get it removed if you want to have it out?
Well, you come to the office and there's an enzyme called hyaluronidase, and of course you have to have a hyaluronic-based filler in the first place. And that can be injected into the areas you had the filler, and that will dissolve the filler. It'll take probably a couple of weeks to totally have an effect.
So it's possible.
So it is possible.
Yes,
Is it painful to get that done?
You know, there are injections. You can use local anesthesia to mitigate the pain, and you know that would make it much less painful.
So for anyone out there thinking about getting maybe temporary lip filler, presumably like Kylie had, what is something they should know? Should they then want to go back to having their normal lip?
Well, I think they should think about it. You know, putting a lip filler in is still sort of a serious procedure. You shouldn't take any of these injections lightly. It's going to change your appearance. Everybody's going to notice it. I think it's important to kind of start slowly and not put too much in at once. But if you do overcorrect and you are unhappy with the look, it is good to know that there is a way to kind of decrease it and make it look sort of back to the way it was pretty fast.
Yeah, so do you think that Kylie Jenner, her lips will go back to how they naturally were before she did all the lip filler?
It's hard to know exactly because we didn't know what was injected in Kylie Jenner, and I didn't take care of Kylie Jenner. But I think that if she had a temporary filler, it'll probably go back to not quite where she was before. She'll probably retain a little bit of the correction or the augmentation, but it will go back most of the way.
Oh, Lipgate case closed.
Hey, you want to know? We're really invested in the lips, apparently.
By the way, he also told me that he knows doctors that do like implants for male, like the pecs. I can get like an 8, maybe even a 10-pack down here.
No. Oh, no, it is true. He did say that, but I don't think you really want that.
We'll find out. Now we
You're
move
gonna
on.
be rolling in next week with like a 10-pack.
Busting out. All right, moving on to this. Watch.
What kind of vodka you got? Ooh, it was big as a person. Ooh, oh,
Not today.
Hollywood Puppet Show was created by and stars Wilmer Valderrama. It takes your favorite celebs, it attaches some strings as they tell their wildest stories as marionettes.
The marionettes are incredibly lifelike, but when we asked Wilmer if any celebrities gave production a hard time about their puppets, he gave a surprising answer.
Me, I was like, hold on one second, guys. It's not. I'm sorry, I don't want to come across as a psycho, but the beard is not right.
The man works hard on the facial grooming for a reason. All right.
No, but it took a couple of times because I don't have a generic shade of brown, you know, and it's either, the puppet was either too brown or too light.
Oh, wow, okay, so it's like the tone was wrong.
Yeah. So it was more like, kind of, let's get the skin color right, guys, because it's important for my community, okay? I need a win for my community, you know what I mean? Like, oh, look, I can see myself on TV, finally, you know?
In marionette form.
Right, but you know, representation is representation, right? Like.
Man, I love him. And I'll tell you this, initially hearing about the idea, I was kind of like, okay, whatever, the marionette thing. But then watching clips of it and talking to him about it, it's really fun.
And also because you have real celebrity stories that you don't usually hear in interviews because everyone is just like focusing on like, let's just get that line. Yeah. But they go like do a deep dive of these hilarious stories.
And he's in a position where he's friends with a lot of these people. He's able to kind of get the real story and to do it in this way. It's a really honest thing. So anyway, all right.
All right, let's take one last look at our question of the day. We've been asking what your favorite types of pies are in honor of National Pecan Pie.
Do we get a pie after this?
I know, we've been plugging pies so much.
One Twitter user says, I love me a pumpkin pie, but sometimes a blueberry pie can surprise you.
Another adds, I'll eat just about anything if it's warm with enough homemade whipped cream. Yum.
Do you like your pie warm or cold?
Warm, for sure.
I can go either way. All right, here we go. Here's some social community. Back to Darlene. Okay, so this was the woman who was very upset because it's basically pecans are out of season, but here's the comment to it. Guess I know what I'm having for dessert since the husband is going to be late tonight because up here we don't know anything about the life cycle of the pecan. I don't know if this is a Twitter war
this has gotten really dramatic.
Erupting over
Did we just start
pie
a
makers?
Twitter spat?
Oh, maybe. Darlene and Deb are about to go head to head. Watch out. Anyway, all right.
Well, thank you guys for everything, and we will see you tomorrow.